Good morning, comrade subscribers. So, just having a quick break from work. I've really been wanting to have a look at this fellow. Oh, I got a Lazy Susan when I went to IKEA. So that means if I can do this one-handed, I can do this. Wow. Talk about professional production standards. Okay. Right, so yes, I'm in the kitchen again. Wifey's at work, kids are at home, school holidays. So there's a few things I want to do. Well, I had a few ideas about this. So as we know, it has the possibility for a built-in screen. This one doesn't actually have a screen. This is just a dummy. There is one for sale on eBay at the moment, $1,800 US. With a little screen. So I had a thought actually, but actually if we have a look, there's an RJ45 port here. This is what the screen would connect to. So it's just got a cable that runs from here up to here. And so that's what, 8 pins? And a DE9, I think we only use 8 pins, don't we? So I'm thinking, can I just put in a modern kind of small color LCD in there? And then all I need to do is convert this TTL RGB to, I don't know, even just composite. Maybe. But I need to find the pinout for this. I don't know what the pinout is. Maybe if I look for documentation, I might find it. I don't know. But what else do I need to do? Also, what else I need to do is convert it from US 110 volts. So that would require pulling it apart, finding out what the power supply is, because it's not convertible from what I can see. It's hard-coded, well, hard-coded, set to 110 volts. So that's not a problem. I can run it on 110 volts to start with. I need some discs, because I don't have any. It doesn't have a hard drive, but we can maybe fix that as well. But yeah, got to pull it apart, give the case a clean. How to pull it apart? Thinking maybe starting on the back, because I can't see. There's nothing. Oh, okay. I reckon start on the back. Let's see. Right, so I started by taking this off. It's quite thick, so there is quite a lot of space in here. So you could fit quite a bit of electronics in here to run a color display, I would have thought. Yeah, let's see. So that's off. Okay, there's a screw on either side there, so that might be, I'm going to take it off the Lazy Susan. That might be our start. So I've removed these 2 screws, which is lifting up this, but I still think, by the looks of it, screws on the back. Okay, so I removed 3 screws here. Actually, it looks like should be 2 more screws up the top here that they're missing. So, well, makes it a bit easier, but I think that should be enough to lift it off. I should put it on the Lazy Susan again, I guess. Should I take this fascia off first? Maybe. Maybe, baby. Maybe it's coming off there. Don't see any other screws holding it. Okay, maybe not. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. Tops off. Very, very good. Wow, big speaker. Cool. So, is it a mean well? No, not a mean well. What was the one that used to make all the supplies? Oh, it's got some riffers. It's got some reefers. Let's have a look. Okay, so that's the monitor out port for the built-in display. Here's the power supply. Oh, okay. AC input, so it can do 230 volts. Okay. But I probably want to replace that reefer at least. There's two more down there. Oh, Class X, or two Class X. I've got replacements for those. That's a Class X as well, is it? So, maybe, okay, 115 volts, 230. So maybe all I need to do maybe is move this over to there perhaps. If I want to keep the original power supply. What's the fan rated for then? If it's a, I have to pull it out. But yeah, it looks like, yeah, okay. So if it's an AC fan, then I'll have to change the fan anyway. But yeah, it's okay. Pull out the power supply. What else? So we've got a ROM there. Okay, well let's pull those out, I guess. Okay, so looks like these are connected. Okay, so it looks, I've just taken, so I don't know if there's a screw missing there, but I've just loosened the 3 screws here, and the whole thing comes off. Interesting use of the, so we've got blue, red and green. So I assume green is ground, and then maybe what, blue is 12 volts and red is 5 volts, I guess. Okay, never seen that before, but I guess it was only standardized later. What a mess. All right, looks like I can disconnect the floppies from the board itself. I think that might be safer than look at this kind of, what a bloody mess. Just all squished in there. Anyway, let's see, we'll lift those off and then just disconnect the power. Okay, floppy drives are off. Type DDF5-70A. Sunritz, made in Japan. Applied molding, September 12, 1984, Massachusetts. Cool. Okay, so all right. Interesting. Cool. Okay. I'll put those aside. Okay, so taking the fan out, no indication that I can see as to what voltage or anything actually, so I'm going to assume it's a 110 volt fan. This wasn't connected to anything. The earth wire, that was not connected to anything at all. But I guess, well, okay. Okay, it is bonded. Okay, so what I was thinking that maybe this is supposed to be plugged in somewhere, but they've just used it to connect 2 wires. Okay, that's not a problem. But yeah, so it looks like power supply, I should be able to switch it over to 230 volts once I've replaced the reefers. Looks like I'm actually going to check what the chips are, but we've got an 8088 and no socket, so that I assume is the 8087. I do not know what this one here is missing. A couple of powers that are socketed. Yeah, so let me just go and check what these all are. Okay, so I had a look at everything. So that's obviously the 8088. and that would be the 8087 slot. The D8237AC-5 is the DMA. So DMA, what's this one? This is the floppy controller, Rockwell floppy controller. And this is actually the asynchronous communications element, otherwise known as an ACE. And what's this one here? Do I look this one up? Oh, don't know if I looked that one up. Didn't look that one up either. This is the CRTC though. That's the video display controller. So the other thing is, where's the memory? I guess the memory might be under there. Because it comes with 128, expandable up to 512. Alright, let's get the keyboard off. Okay, keyboard's unscrewed. So I've just got a nice IDC connector here. Makes it nice and easy to disconnect. Okay, keyboard's looks like it's got rubber. So yeah, bit mushy. Right, so yeah, it looks like we've got the RAM here. So a closer look. So it looks like that's the default MB81256. I assume they're 256 kilobits. So we've got 8, so we've got 256K. So I thought the standard was 128, so maybe they've doubled it. But then we've got this socketed RAM here, which is also 256 kilobit. So we've got 8, so it looks like we've got 512K, which is the maximum for the machine. There are additional ones down here, so I don't know if that was for parity bits, perhaps. An extra DRAM for parity. There's the ROM, so I'll take that out, or the BIOS, so I'll take that out and dump that. Yeah. Otherwise, it's a neat little machine, I think. Pretty big speaker compared to the IBM PC. But there we go. So, yeah. No expansion. Yeah, actually, yeah. Where's there is, yeah, obviously no expansion slots. So it looks like it might be floppy only. There's no ISA at all. Interesting. I'm just trying to think of where could you buy one? Unless it was via, there's not enough pins. Oh, no. Oh, yes. This. So this, here it is. Whoops, I'm going to drop everything. Here's the expansion port. And you can see it's 3 rows. And apparently it is compatible with the IBM PC expansion chassis. So if I can find myself one of these, then I could maybe make an expansion board for it and get a hard drive working. And I just noticed we've got a little power LED over there. Okay, so there we go. Quick look at the machine. Ideas, so expansion, do something here for expansion if I can get a connector. RAM is maximum, convert to power supply, replace the reefers, probably replace the fan, and see what I can do about putting a display in this. Just a few things to do because I've got absolutely nothing else to do. I just keep adding things to my list. Okay, bye for now.